Chair, members of the Federal Land Subcommittee, thank you for including H.R. 8219, my Lahaina National Heritage Area Act, in today's hearing, and mahalo for the opportunity to speak in support of this important bill. To Subcommittee Chair Tiffany, I want to thank him personally for joining Chairman Westerman and other members of this committee and coming out to Lahaina in the immediate aftermath of the fires to see the destruction firsthand and offer words of support and comfort to our grieving community. On August 8, 2023, Lahaina experienced a devastating wildfire that destroyed the entire town and claimed the lives of 102 members of our community. In just a single day, centuries of history and culture were reduced to ashes, causing significant physical damage and emotional trauma that will be felt in Lahaina, on Maui, and throughout our entire state of Hawaii for generations to come. As we approach the one-year anniversary of the fire, debris cleanup continues, and thousands of survivors remain in short-term housing, many scattered across our islands and even the continent, focused on rebuilding their lives. It is at this moment in time that we reflect on how to honor the people and places lost and support our community in its recovery. While this tragedy will be felt by our Hawaii Ohana for generations, it compels us to reflect on Lahaina's rich cultural history and environmental beauty, elements that the wildfire could never destroy. While Lahaina has been known worldwide as a premier tourist destination, it holds a deeper historical, cultural, and ecological significance that predates its modern reputation. Lele, or Lahaina as it has become known, has always been a place of immense historical and cultural importance, serving as the capital of the Kingdom of Hawaii and the birthplace and home to many ali'i. As we look to rebuild, it is about grounding this place in the history and heritage from which it came. Of the 62 national heritage areas in the United States, none are in Hawaii. I can think of no better place to designate as Hawaii's first national heritage area than Lahaina. This is why I am proud to introduce the Lahaina National Heritage Area Act, which would direct the National Park Service in consultation with state and local partners to study the suitability and feasibility of this designation for Lahaina. Designating Lahaina as a national heritage area would complement and sustain community-driven efforts being led by lineal descendants and local leaders to preserve Lele's rich history, tradition, and culture for future generations. While I am humbled to introduce this bill, the idea and effort to recognize and protect this special place comes from those who have called Lahaina home for generations. During my visits to Lahaina following the fires, it has become customary to end my visits at Malu'ulu, once the home of King Kamehameha III, and then walk over to the birthing stones in Lahaina Harbor. Conversations held here with lineal descendants like Archie Kalepa and Keamoku Kapu allowed us to imagine a future where Moku'ula and Mokuhinia are restored, and Kiha Wahine is finally returned to her home in Lahaina. In recognizing the significance of this bill and its sensitivities to survivors, I have personally spoken with Governor Josh Green, Mayor Richard Bisson, and local cultural practitioners. All support this bill and would be key to its execution when passed. And I'd like to ask unanimous consent to enter their written testimonies into the record. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to also thank them for their testimony and support of this designation. I also would like to thank my colleagues who co-sponsored this bill, especially members of this Natural Resources Committee, including Ranking Member Nagus and Congressman Lamalfa, Huffman, Zablan, and Case. Your support is deeply appreciated. Mahalo. Lastly, I want to thank the National Park Service, which has truly created a first-of-its-kind national model for cultural consultation throughout the cleanup and recovery process in Lahaina. The steps they have taken to meaningfully engage with the local Native Hawaiian community and incorporate the community's mana'o and traditional practices in their plans has given me confidence in their ability to effectively implement this study with the kind of respect and honor that Native Hawaiians and other indigenous people deserve. I hope this bill is the very first step in ensuring that Lahaina finally gets the recognition that she has long deserved. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I yield back.